Lead generation quizzes in 2025 are not the same as they used to be. The best ones are outperforming anything I've ever seen, and the worst ones are getting zero leads and zero engagement. There is a binary happening, one or the other, 1-0. It's either working extremely well or it's not working at all. In this video, I want to talk you through what's working for 2025 and then show you 4 types of lead generation quizzes that work the best in 2025 that are specifically capturing audience attention and bringing leads in. So, at a high level, what's working is you have to have a quiz that helps your audience get what they want. And sometimes that's literally just helping them get what they want, what they're telling you they want. Other times it's helping them find a solution to a problem that they have. Other times it's helping them find a solution that's an actual service, like what kind of service is right for you. And then other times it's a solution that involves buying a product, like which coffee should you be drinking? That's a problem. That's like actually something that you want to know. So at a high level, that's it. But then what you have to do is add in your unique knowledge and your unique voice. That's what sets the best quizzes apart from the ones that get zero leads and zero engagement. If you're just giving generic answers, like someone could go Google or go on ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever and find the answer that your quiz is claiming to help them solve, they're not going to take your quiz. There's no reason to. Like, they can get the answer very quickly using a chatbot, using Google, using search, whatever it may be. You have to have your unique knowledge and your unique voice in there that helps them find what they want. So let's go through this because I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. The first type of quiz is the one that helps people get what they want. And this quiz here from Advice with Erin, she's got millions of followers on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, every platform. This quiz here, it looks a little funky because it's on my big screen, but usually people are taking this on their phone. This career type quiz, it's really simple. It's really straightforward. You'll notice that right off the bat. There are not a lot of frills with this. The whole point here is to help you find the right type of career for you. Why? Because when I interviewed Erin, she told me that people kept DMing her, being like, I have this anxiety in the back of my mind that I'm not doing the right thing with my life. I'm not doing the right thing with my career. Can you help me? And so she made a quiz that helps you. This is a long quiz. It's 30 questions. That's atypical. Usually, lead gen quizzes have somewhere between 6 and 13 questions, depending on the makeup of the quiz. And you really only need to ask questions that you actually need to ask in order to give somebody an accurate result. But this one has 30. I'm not going to go, you know what? I will go through it because I took this yesterday and it only took me 30 seconds. So I'm just going to click through. Really great questions here. Something you'll notice about these questions is these are questions that you would only ask if you are somebody that has talked to a million people, quite literally in Erin's case, about their careers. You would know that people care about this stuff. And like this question in particular, we chatted about this when I interviewed her on our podcast. This says, making more money than my peers is very, very important to me. Why does it say very, very? Because when she just had it say, making more money than my peers is important to me, everyone said, yeah, like, yeah, of course. Like, if no one cares, like, sure, I'll make more money. But when she changed it to this, it really brought it to life. And then she also added this quote, I don't want to make enough money. I want to be super rich. Every question has a quote like that on it because it brings it to life. It shows that she understands what's going on in the mind of the audience. Like, this is their subconscious. She is saying their subconscious. And if you can say their subconscious, you only know that if you really know them as people. You know what it is they're going through, what they care about, all that kind of stuff. Now, this is a 32 question quiz. You want to guess how many leads it's brought in? Over 140,000. That's crazy. That's one of the highest stats of any quiz ever created on the Interact platform. We've been around since 2013. We were around during the BuzzFeed days when people were just taking quizzes right and left. This outperforms them. Why? Because it's super specific. You can tell that she actually understands what you're going through. Every question speaks to your subconscious in a way that you only could if you truly knew what's going on in the mind of your audience. And then you get to the end and it says, get your full breakdown if you put it in your email. You're still going to get the basic one if you don't, which is why there's a no thanks button. So I'm going to do that because I've already opted in like 8 times to this quiz and I've gotten every follow-up email, which they are great, by the way. This quiz integrates directly with Kit. Interact integrates directly with 24 email softwares and lead generation or lead, what am I saying? Marketing automation softwares. Because it's really important that it does direct integration. It segments out based on which result you get so that you get a follow-up email that says, you're the hands-on professional. Here's this whole breakdown. And the emails from Erin that she has after this quiz are great. You can share your results, Facebook, X, LinkedIn, and this is an excellent lead generation quiz. But again, super specific, super simple, helps people get what they want, and you can tell that Erin has a wealth of knowledge by the way she asks the questions. Now, let's jump over to a different industry in the health and wellness space. This is from Carly Banks. Carly is the founder of The Habit. Also interviewed Carly recently. Hers is a dosha type quiz, and this dosha quiz helps you find out what your dosha is. There's 3 types. Hopefully, I'm not getting that wrong. She'll be upset if I get that wrong because we talked about it for a really long time. Actually, she won't. She's a super nice person. But this one has 13 questions, so it's a little bit shorter. And again, very straightforward. But you would only know to ask these questions and to provide these answer choices if you had been talking to people for years and years and years about their experience with their bodies, their energy. And that's where this quiz came from. So there's 11, 12, 13 questions. At the end, again, you'll get a 6-part series if you opt in. So you'll see here, they're doing like, hey, you don't got to opt in. You can get your results. But if you do opt in, you're going to get more. That's the thing with lead gen quizzes, especially in 2025. And I feel very passionate about this because if you just say, hey, opt in to get your results, that is way too 2019. That's not going to work anymore. You have to give additional value, but you also have to just let people see their results if they want to right away. So if I skip, boom, I'm still getting it. I got pitta imbalance. Here we go. There's a video, lots of good info. But if I put in my email, I get the 6-part course. That's the thing. Now, the upsell here, which I'll get into a little bit, is typically $7 up to about 37 on the high end. If you're doing information products, a low price offer at the end of a quiz is the next step in the sequence. So you go through $7 to $9, you get an offer, then you can upsell from there after you collect the lead. So that's kind of the movement of a whole quiz funnel. I'm not going into that as much. I'm focusing on lead gen right now, but that is the thing that's working in 2025 in the information, education, coaching, wellness, therapy, professional services, all that. Okay, so that's the first type of quiz. It's the one that helps you get something that you want through your type, like your personality type, your career type, your dosha type, any type, because you're helping people in a personalized way find an answer to the thing that they want. And you're demonstrating in the way that you set up the quiz that you really, really understand the people that are taking it. So that's the first one. Second one helps solve a problem. Now, this one is a really great quiz. This is from Salary Transparent Street. I interviewed Hannah on the podcast as well. Hannah is a prolific creator. I think over 6 or 7 million followers across all social channels. And so what she does is interviews people on the street and asks them what their salary is, what they do for work, if they feel like they're well compensated, what their salary trajectory has been. And the whole thing there is salary transparency, like helping people get paid what they should get paid. Her story is awesome. She was being underpaid in a job, and that's what kicked off this whole thing. This quiz was launched at the end of 2024, so we're cheating a little bit here. But they have launched 3 new ones that are similar to this in 2025, so it counts. Anyways, people kept asking her if they were underpaid, so they wanted to know the answer to that. But obviously, to know the answer to that, you have to ask questions. So here's the quiz. Are you underpaid? Okay. Have you had a performance review? Yes, I did. Yeah, but no salary was discussed. New positions require, are they making more or less? Similar. Okay. I negotiated. I'm supposed to be negotiating my salary. Who knows? Not really. My salary is within range. So she's asking questions to figure out like if you actually are underpaid. This one's got the opt-in form here. Boom. You might be underpaid. Do more research, market research guide, salary negotiation guide, other content. Really, really good stuff there. What they do is also very cool. I'll just show you quickly. They under the resource hub, they have 4 quizzes now. This is a new thing that people are doing, making more than one quiz. Pretty smart if you ask me, because not only do these all work for different use cases or different questions your audience might have, but they also drive SEO traffic, search traffic, so it's really nice, free traffic. Who's going to complain about that, especially if it's also generating leads for you? Okay, so those are the first 2 types. The what's my type quiz that leads to a solution that's specific to you, and then what's the answer to this question or problem quiz. All right. Third type is a solution match quiz. Now, this one, I love this story because Jen Olmsted, founder of Tonic, one of the co-founders, I've known her for years and years. Their original quiz back in 2020, 2019, was what's your brand cocktail? And it was essentially the same thing where it matched you with a website template. They have website templates, and I do believe they build some websites for people specifically, mostly website templates. So this is like a solution match quiz. Today, it says get matched with the perfect website. It's very straightforward. There's even a little thing that says it only takes 90 seconds. It's straightforward. It's simple. It tells you exactly what you're going to get. It's going to be a solution for your problem, which is you need to have the right website template. So you take this quiz. This is a really well done quiz. Jen is an excellent copywriter, so this is all very well done. The images on here are really nice as well. But you'll see, like, again, this is very straightforward. It's very obvious that they understand what you're going through, that the things that you are asking about or wondering about if you want a new website. So you go through there. This one redirects to a landing page that has your top 3 picks. Super straightforward, super simple, fun, vibrant, modern. This feels like a bag of coffee where it's like, oh, you got those 3 words on there that describe it. Great. You also get a template code like for taking the quiz. So this is just extremely well done because it's simple. It's straightforward. It gives you the data that you want. It gives you the solution that you want. There's no frills. And again, comparing it to the previous version of this, which was great for the time, what people wanted back in 2020 was a little more fun, a little more pizzazz. Today, they want it to be very straightforward. They want to just get an answer to the right solution for them. And Tonic has done an excellent job with that. So last one is a pure product quiz. And this is a huge category of quizzes, obviously. E-commerce, product recommendation. This is from Henry's House of Coffee. Hurag Kalebjian, who's pictured here, is the owner. Really good person, great human, also a great marketer. And so this coffee matchmaker literally just matches you with coffee. It's in the header of the website. Click this button so you can go take the quiz. It pops in here and you can take it. Coffee matchmaker, get started. Again, it only asks you questions that are relevant that you would need to know in order to make the recommendation. This one's a little bit shorter. It's only 5 questions because sometimes with product recommendations, you only need a very small amount of information. So it's just outside of that range that I mentioned, 6 to 12. But like I said, however many you need to ask. You get a discount for joining, so I'll do that. See my results. This is also going to redirect. This is embedded into Shopify, redirects to a Shopify collection here, so I can just see the products right away, add them to cart. Also really easy to track. Rug said that 9% of people who take the quiz end up opting in at the end, or not 9% buy something, 23% opt in. So great stats. So just to recap here, quizzes in 2025, specifically for generating leads, have to be very simple. Directly let people know what value they're going to get out of it, and then demonstrate that you have unique knowledge that's going to help them find a personal solution to whatever it is that they want that led them to take your quiz. If you can do that, they work better than ever. If you can't, and it's just this like generic you'll get 0 conversions. That's just the dichotomy today in 2025. I don't want to sugarcoat it for you. If you want to try Interact, you can start for free, sign up for free, get your whole quiz built out. You can also launch it for free on a free trial, see if it works for you. But if you follow these principles, your chances of success are going to go way up. So hopefully this is helpful to you.